Sup my people, your metal queen JaxB TheRipper here. So I just got back from the Rainbow Bar and Grill and I went to go see Eddie Trunk. If you don't know who he is, how are you a metalhead? So a little backstory on Eddie Trunk, in case you guys don't know who he is. He had a show called That Metal Show. It was on Classic VH1. I may do a video on that because I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys don't remember that at all whatsoever. It was such a great show. It came out when I was like 19 years old. I try to watch every episode and I really want to see reruns of it. I'm wondering if they'll ever come out with a DVD set or a Blu-ray set or whatever. I'll take anything, I don't care. I went to go see him tonight. You know, when he interviews people, he's very like, not only is he good at what he does, but he doesn't hold back. He is very cutthroat if he has to be. It's not about tonight, about the Rainbow Bar and Grill or anything like that. It's more of a response of a this must have been like 3 or 4 years ago, I'm not sure, of an old podcast or caller called in like 4 years ago to his radio station, and I was hearing, you know, clips off on YouTube, and it's basically about stereotypes. What it was like the caller calls in and he tells Eddie, you know, fuck the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you know, I'm tired of metal musicians not getting inducted or anything, and they give it to somebody else who's pop. And you know, he was just going on, and that we should have our own metal museum, it should be at a satanic church. And you know, that's where Eddie was like, no. And what he said, I agree with him 100%. I'll try to put in a clip here. Hopefully I don't get like a copyright strike or anything.
Rock and Metal Hall of Fame Museum should resemble a satanic temple. That's all.
Brian, thank you for your call. I disagree with you on your last point. Resembling a satanic temple would only play into the negative stereotypes that come with heavy metal, which I am adamantly against. People continue to perpetuate these stereotypes of heavy metal, that everybody is a bunch of Satan worshippers or a bunch of uneducated people, that everybody can just pick out somebody into heavy metal by looking at them. It continues to keep us marginalized.
He has said that if you guys are not familiar, Loudwire has like a metal award show. It's here in Los Angeles. I don't think a lot of people ever really watch it. It's not really something memorable. It's not really like a lot of metal musicians there. It's like more like mainstream, like Rob Zombie type of bullshit. So I never really bothered on watching it or anything, or nor do I care. So he was like talking about like how like a very well-known metal band, he wouldn't say who, but he was saying that he was so embarrassed by the crowd that came in there because they just represented every negative stereotype of a metalhead. Supposedly the guy had said they were just all drunk and they were all wasted. They were just cussing left and right, and they just were like making stupid faces and hand gestures, and I don't know if they thought they were like the Crips and Bloods. I don't know. I was like, damn, metal has gotten hood now. It's just like, you know, saying how a lot of metalheads feed into the stereotype, I guess you could say. And I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of true. Now, don't get me wrong, he didn't say anything to be clean or proper. You don't have to be clean or proper or anything like that. I mean, look at Eddie Trunk, obviously, like, he defends this music. He loves this music. I defend this music and I love this music, and at the same time, you guys don't see me like, yeah, I wear a metal shirt. But at the same time, you know, I have a job that has nothing to do with heavy metal. I gotta wear that uniform. I can't have this many piercings. I can't have this many hair colors, you know, different hair colors going on. And then I think, it's like I've said it in the past, a lot of people forget that heavy metal means just being yourself. So you don't have to wear the battle vest or anything like that. You don't have to. It is so true. Like, and I understand the whole, like, you know, acting like a drunken buffoon. I've been to so many concerts. Like, don't get me wrong, sometimes it's okay, you know, to get a little drunk or a little wasted. But I think one time, I don't know if it was like the Golden Hammer Awards, I think that's what it's called, or I forgot who was talking. But yeah, the crowd was obnoxious. They wouldn't let the person talk at all whatsoever. And sadly to say, some metalheads are like that. In fact, now with YouTube going on, and there are a couple of YouTubers out there, I'm not going to say the name, but they act so immature and they feed into that negative stereotype. And sometimes the stuff they say, I'm like, wow, like, grow the fuck up already, man. You're not 12. Sadly, there is that. And, you know, I just want to know, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that there's a lot of, like, metalheads that act stupid? That, you know, they're feeding into the stereotype and they still haven't grown up or anything? Age group analytics here on YouTube is from different ages. It's like I have them from, like, it says 18, but a lot of younger kids like just lie. It says like the youngest group I have is like 18, and I have until like their 50s. So when I read my comments, I get like from different backgrounds. But yeah, I don't know, like I'm just saying, I totally agree with Eddie Trunk, what he said and everything. I'm not trying to ride his dick or anything like that. Because there were a couple things he said tonight at the show. I was just like, oh god, I felt like correcting him, but it's like, you know, whatever. And I know we're better than that. I know we're smarter than that, because metal music is the only music that could expand the way it is. Because obviously we have talented musicians and people who are smart to be able to make it expand more, because no other music genre out there has been capable of doing that. So obviously we are talented, we are smart. Every genre of music too has a stereotype. So you look at the rap and hip hop community, they're known to be gangbangers and like they do drive-bys or whatever, right? Then you got country music that are known to be nothing but inbreds, racist, hicks and all that, you know what I mean? And then you've got freaking, I don't know, classical music, they're the stuck-up, snobby, rich people, I don't know. So each genre has its stereotypes, and you know, we try. And a lot of them do kind of feed into it sometimes, but I know it's not like that 70% of the time. I don't know, because I know around here too, oh god, because LA is known to have like a lot of thrash, a lot of thrashers I bumped into. Like, I used to know a few thrashers when I was younger, but then when I grow up, and then like my cousin especially, she hung around with the thrash community. You know, eventually I was asking her one time, I was like, oh, do you hang out with this person, that person, you know, I was going like that. She was like, no, they just haven't grown up. They're still at the bars almost every single night, getting loaded or whatever. Again, there's a point in time to grow up, you know. At the Rainbow Bar and Grill tonight, and I just had, you know, the swordfish. By the way, Rainbow Bar and Grill, I love you. With the swordfish tonight was really dry, and I've had it before, and it's really good. So yeah, I mean, I love you, and I'll let it pass. But yeah, I could have got, you know, instead of eating food there, I could have just bought a bunch of drinks and just got hammered. But I was like, I have work the next day. Let me know what you guys think, because it's like, you know, that's just my opinion. It's Eddie's opinion as well. But definitely let me know, do you think a lot of metalheads are feeding into the metal stereotype? Because I'm not gonna lie, sometimes there are some metalheads that are rude. I'm not gonna like, but you know, like I said, every community has his little rotten little eggs too, their little bad apples. But I know the times I've gone to many like metal shows, a lot of them are rude, especially the women. Oh my god. But I think it also depends on the vibe of the show too, because obviously when I went to go see Within Temptation, it was more like a nerdier, geekier crowd. And then when I went to like freaking Obituary, like, I don't know, it was like a very social crowd. But yet when I went to go see, who was another, I can't remember any bands right now, and I've seen so many bands. But when I went to go see like Megadeth one time, like the first time, and I forgot who else, people weren't really social there. They were just like, no, stay away from me. I got my own clique or whatever. So I'll admit, sometimes metalheads could be rude and disrespectful. But again, like I said, I'm not saying that's everyone. But let me know what you guys think. Are we feeding into the stereotype here? Do you know anybody that's feeding into the stereotype? You know, leave the comments down below. Take care of your vaginas and have a wonderful day.